Hey marketer, are you tired of sending generic emails to your contact and asking them to land on a landing page which is very flat? If so, then this webinar is for you. Hi, I am Jitesh Khatwani working for Axelerant, and today we will learn how to achieve personalization in Mautic using tokens. So first thing, we will see what are tokens in Mautic. Tokens in Mautic are placeholder that can be inserted into marketing materials. When I say marketing materials, mean it can be anything like, sending and communication on social media, sending emails, or asking contact to land on a landing pages. So these are the materials where you want to personalize the content. So this placeholder can help you to personalize those areas, those marketing materials, to make sure that your contacts are feeling connected. So today in this webinar, we will see a very small example or the use of tokens in a very small, use case where we will design an email. In that email, there would be a link of a landing page, which will be designed via dynamic content to use custom tokens. And even the email will also have the custom tokens, which will in end will replace the content with the actual data. So let's go and see how I have prepared the demo for this. So in order to do this, we will first set up the contact fields. Now this contact fields I am doing because there might be a case where sometimes you run an ad campaign in Facebook or LinkedIn in which you will set some custom, you will need or you will gather some custom data for a contact. Let's say for an example, if you want to capture some interest of a user, you might give them an options to capture it, like, option 1, option 2, option 3, or option 4, right? So now if you see within the Mautic itself, there are fields in the contact object, but it may not be relevant for you to capture those details. So you might have to create your own custom field. So let us go and see how we can do this first thing. So I'll show you the fields which are coming out of the box with the Mautic, and then we'll go and see how we can create the custom field. So if you see, so there are a couple of fields here which are coming out of the box, might not be, able to capture what data you want to, gather from the ad campaigns that you run. So for that, you need to go to this icon, which is on the right hand side, the setting icons, and you will see a menu saying custom fields. You go there, you click on new. Now this screen will allow you to capture or allow you to create a new custom field. This field will eventually hold the data which is coming from your ad campaigns or anything. Right now I'm saying ad campaigns because I'm considering that particular use case. So in this way, you will be able to capture all the, extra information that is coming from your campaign. So I have already created one field, which I'll show you how I created. Let me go there and edit that field. You see, I labeled it custom token. I have used the alias custom token. This is very important. Okay. Why this is important? Because this alias will eventually help you to, write down your tokens. That's how your token will be mapped with the actual, content. Now, where you need to use this field, so we will select the object, that is the contact, and it is a part of a core group. Now, let me add one contact here. Right now, I am adding manual contact just because, I am not connecting it to any of the web application, but you can do it via webhook or API, and you can, or with the forms, you can connect with your ad campaigns, right? And then you can capture the details. So right now I'm not doing anything for this demo. So I'm just creating one contact manually. And if you see, if you remember, I created this custom token. So let us use this custom token and pre-populate it. I have already created a segment which is using this tag to filter this sort of contacts to send the emails. I think 4 is also created. So let's go with the 5 and save and close. So this is done. So we created a one contact with the custom field, which we will use as a custom token to, on the landing page to display what information or what interest as an example we captured from the ad campaign, if we considered that use case. So the first step is done. Now we will go and see create a segment and campaigns. I think you guys would be knowing if you are using this Mautic. So still I'll go and explain you. So we created this segment and then we created this particular campaign. So in this segment, we are just filtering it with the tag that I showed you, this one, and the contact with this particular tag will fall under this segment. And in the campaign, we have selected email, which I have already created. I'll show you how I have designed the template, or updated or edited this, created this new email template. So if you go here, so this is the segment which we have selected, and this is the action that we will do. So in this action, if you see, I have used the execution time to immediate, and I have used this email to send to the contact. So now let's close this builder. So if you go here, our step 2 is also done. Now you will see how I have designed everything, like how I am using the custom tokens in the Mautic. So for that, we will first use the dynamic content, and we'll use tokens there, and this dynamic tokens in return we will use in the landing page also. So let's see both of them. So first go to the component, and then I will go to dynamic content. Once again, I have already created one dynamic content for you. So we will use the very same thing, and we will edit it, and we will see how I have created it. So when you land on this, you will be able to see that I have added some, text here. So this text is actually will get replaced at the end on the landing page. Now with this text, if you see here, there is a pattern which I have used, which is in the curly braces, and it says contact field equal to first name. So now this is the pattern that we have to use for the token. When we say contact field, it means it will connect to the contact object, and first name is the field alias, which will be get replaced with the actual content. So the same thing we have done with the custom field that we created in the beginning. So if you see again, the contact object, that means contact field equals to custom token, which is the custom field that we have created. So now what will happen when a user will land on the landing page, it will that user will see his or her first name and the data which will be there on the custom token that they have added. Like for an example, we took that use case of ad campaign in which they will show their interest. So probably what will happen, the interest will be stored in your contact, and it will get displayed. So for now we have added the data manually. So this is how I have created the dynamic content. Now with the use of dynamic content, we'll create the landing page also. I have again created the landing page for you for this demo. So if you go here, you see I have selected, there was a template already there. So I selected that and I updated it. So now I have removed some unwanted part here. And then if you see on this text part, where you will see again the same kind of a pattern of a token, where it is inside the curly braces, DWC means dynamic content equals to custom token. When we say custom token, it means that is the slot name. I think I haven't showed you the slot name. I missed that part. So let me take you there again. So whenever you create a dynamic content, you need to make sure one thing. In the right hand side of it, you need to make it is campaign based. No. So this is not something that we are going to use for the campaign. This is for some other purpose, right? So as soon as you click on this no, you will be asked for the slot name, which is very compulsory. So you have to give the slot name and you need to save it. So if you go inside the one that I created, you will see I have added the slot name as custom -token, which you can see it over here also. So here it is. I have added it. And if you go outside and the list of the dynamic content, you will also see the custom token here also. Now this slot name we would require in the landing page so that the landing page will actually replace the dynamic content, and it will start showing you all the data. So here again, the pattern, curly braces, TWS equal to custom hyphen token. So this is how I have designed the landing page with the use of dynamic content. So now this 3 and 4 step is done. Now how we will make user to land on this page. So what we will do is that we will create an email. Again, in this email we will design in a way that it will still use the tokens to replace the actual content, and it will make them connected to the actual user. So now with this step, let us go to the channels, emails. Again, I have already created one email for you. So let me edit. Oh, I think it's not worked. Here. Now I am here. So I have used the blank template here. Go to builder. Now if you see in this email template, I have used contact field first name. Again, the same thing which I explained earlier, contact object and the name, the alias of that field. I have used the landing page link here. Let me show you how you can get the link of that landing page. So if you go back to components, landing pages, and you go inside here, if you copy this is the URL that you need to copy, the page URL. You will see this link, right? So you need to copy it, and then you need to paste it here. So this is how you will be able to add the landing page link on your email. So now this email consists of the token for the first name and the data that we created in the dynamic content, through which we created the landing page, and the link of that landing page we have added here. So that means if a contact is clicking on this link, it will go to that landing page, and in that landing page they will see all the data. The one that we have used from the we use for the custom field too. So now let us go to the contact and see whether the email was delivered via campaign or not. So this was the contact that we have added, and I can see that the campaign has already sent email to that contact. So let me go inside there. This is the email which came across. This is the last email, and if you see that this email got replaced with the actual content. Now let us compare how it is. So hi, like again the pattern for contact, the token, sorry. And if you see, that got replaced with the name of that particular contact, which was Jitesh. We have a special offer on the landing page. So now if you go to dynamic content, click on this edit, welcome to the custom token demo. And if you see, it is getting replaced with it has been shown here. And then there is this data, hi Jitesh, here is your custom token ASDF123456. Just remember, we have added this value manually in the contact, and now it is getting replaced. So if you go here, you see we have used that token, and that particular token is now getting replaced with the actual data. So this was a very small example of showing you how we can utilize token within the Mautic. But this cannot be the cannot be the actual use case, or which is very small in terms of impact. We can still use more complex version of using the tokens. We can share the emails or send the emails to the contact, which can list the products which they have abandoned in any of the shopping cart or on e-commerce site. So to take that consideration, we build a very kind of a similar plugin which helps e-commerce website, in which if a user is abandoning the cart, let's say for an example, if they have liked some product and added to the cart, but they didn't make the purchase. So that means those products are still in the cart, right? And now your e-commerce site will send the data to Mautic. Mautic will cater all those product information and everything. And with the use of the tokens and everything, we will send a personalized email to that user, which will show the product list, which is there, inside the cart. and the personalized content with the personalized content too, to give an impact on that email, that will encourage the user to go back and purchase the product. We can also use some offers with that email if you want to decide, but yeah, now this way we can add some complexity for using the tokens and make it very impactful to grow your business. So if you want to go and check out our plugin, you can go to this particular GitHub repository and you can check the plugin there. And if you want to understand how this plugin is working, you can go ahead and check this webinar on the YouTube. And if you have any question, any query related how tokens are working within the Mautic, you can reach out to me via this QR code, or you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Thank you. Bye-bye.